Good morning, estheticians. Well, it's not morning in some parts of the country. I'm doing my mandelic peel on a whim, and I thought I would share with you. For Black Friday and Cyber Monday this year, we're going to have some of our products on sale. Right now we have the sugar on sale, so get in on that now because this season is so busy for us with sugar products that we are discounting the wax and sugar products this week so you can stock up so you're ready to go. So, and this bottle is well loved. I'm going to cleanse my skin first. So we're doing a mandelic peel, and the peels will also be on sale at some point later this month. I'm not sure if it'll be Black Friday or Cyber Monday. But this is a great time of year to do these with your clients. And peels, let me explain a little bit. And I have no makeup on. I've done 2 or 3 of them. If you look, I don't know how well you guys can see. This probably looks clearer. The focus probably looks clearer to me. Sometimes it's fuzzy because it's live. But you want to make sure, if you want to get a deeper peel, that you're doing these on your clients you can do them twice a week, okay? So I like to do peels that don't, turn clients into the super peely, lots of downtime kind of thing. They're in California. You're not really supposed to do that. It's considered a medium depth peel, and that's the case in a lot of states. So remember, in general, to reduce any side effects as well that are potentially there, that it's better to do more peels closer together. I think a lot of estheticians don't always understand this, or, some clients get to the point where they've aged so much that they have a lot of damage to undo. But I'm in my mid-30s, and I've been doing peels since I was 18 probably. I know it sounds young to start, but that's when I became an esthetician. And I have no makeup on at all. In fact, I've been working all morning at home, and so this is my face after sleeping and not washing it or anything. So if you do peels, and take good care of your skin, you can keep good skin even though you're going to age. You can kind of keep what you have. And I didn't know if I suspected my skin would go that direction with as well as I've taken care of it, but I'm happy with what I have. And one of my main staples is doing peels. And when I had acne, I would do them every 2 weeks. And you can see, if you look close enough, there's old scarring all in this area. So what the peels do is they prevent that from, getting worse. I also have, it's probably hard to see, but I was showing a client, there's a big age spot right here. And keep in mind, I've peeled myself 2 or 3 times, I think 2, and that was this month. So I saw this huge sunspot coming out. I had one here too. You can kind of see that there's a little sun damage, but basically I burned all through here multiple times, and I've burned up here. So this is all good information for your clients. You can prevent some of these age spots and things from coming out from old sun damage if you do peels correctly. Okay. You know me, I like to educate. So we'll actually do the peel. This is the Sunflower Creamy Cleanser. So you apply it dry. You don't put any water on with it first. And after you cleanse dry, you add water. And I'm sorry, I do have to turn my sink on for that, so I'll try not to talk too much. But remember, you can do these peels twice a week. So if you want to go deeper and not have side effects, and I've talked to other estheticians that I know who work with a lot of anti-aging or acne, and after 30 plus years experience, guess what they do? They do the same thing I do, which is peels that are a little bit milder, that aren't going to cause the snake skin, shedding, which can cause side effects on some clients. And they do a milder, go home that day kind of peel, and they do them more often. And the benefit of that for you is your clients will be happier because there's no downtime. Sorry, my water is warming up. Let me just get a little of this cold water. So I'm adding water now. And this is a creamy cleanser cleanse. This is the cleanser I use in all my facials. And so your clients will have no downtime, but they'll get the benefits of a really, deep treatment. So if you're doing them 2 or I'd say it's more rare you do it 3 times a week, but you could with some people. You'll get more peeling, deeper results, but no downtime and a lot less risk of any issues with the peel. Plus you're doing more peels, so the financial benefit is good, and clients really don't mind, if you have a little package or something priced out the right way. I tell clients to do it 1 to 2 times a year. So excuse me, I'm gonna splash off. Now in a facial, you towel it off. Sorry if you can't see me. So that's my cleanse, okay? And now we're gonna do the toner. So in a facial, you could use the pumpkin enzyme. We have a low grade pumpkin enzyme, and you can enzyme and scrub and steam. And look, my skin looks better, just after cleansing it, because I had slept all night on the way my skin looks, but I'm happy with the way my skin looks. I just have really fair skin. So if you have fair skin clients, you see how see-through my skin is around here. And there's not a lot you can do about that sometimes. I mean, you can get your good sleep and use your good products. You'll see at the end, my eyes, after I put peptides and everything around there, it brightens up that area. Okay, so now we're gonna do the peel. Let me get a little wipe. I forgot to take out my 2x2. My favorite thing to use is actually brushes that we need to put on our website. And the reason is sometimes our 2x2s don't soak up too much peel, but sometimes they can soak up some of your peel, so you don't want to waste any of it. So this is the 30% mandelic, and somebody just asked me, we had a problem when we first released this where there was a tiny bit of crystallization, which was not affecting the efficiency or the peel at all. People were just asking us about it. And so I went back with my chemist, and we were able to keep the ingredients the same, but switch up some of the ratios of things to prevent that. And now the color is clearer if you have the darker colored one from before. Okay, so we've got our peel on there. And my skin's nice and dry. I could have toned, before. But if you're doing this on yourself at home, you don't necessarily have to if your skin is nice and dry. If it's wet, it's going to deactivate the peel. So even with toner, you don't want to tone your client and then leave their skin wet. You want it dry, and you want a pretty good layer of peel. And it's going to feel stingly. So you want to tell your client, okay, so here's, I really don't know if you guys can see this. There's a huge age spot trying to come out. So I've been peeling the heck out of my skin because I don't want that age spot. So at home, clients want to use their supplemental acids and usually I go all the way down to the décolleté. I didn't cleanse down there very well, but at the end, I'll just swipe a little peel down there. And you can see it's working. You can see my skin is flushing a little bit. I did have a client the other day with an almond allergy. Mandelic is almond acid, so make sure you don't put this one on somebody with an almond. She had a new almond allergy, so we had used the mandelic before, and she was actually fairly okay. She just got a little extra flush. And then this last time she had cut almonds out of her diet because she figured out it was actually potentially an allergy. Although I was just reading, because I have a lot of allergies, those skin tests, they're not always accurate. They're actually inaccurate a very large percentage of the time. So people really have to do kind of an elimination diet and see if it eliminates digestive problems and things that they're having. So the first time you use this on a client, I've been doing peels for a very long time. Sometimes you only want to leave it on for like 30 seconds to a minute. So you ask them, how does this feel on a scale of 1 to 10? And 1 would be, I don't feel anything. 10 would be, take it off right now. For me, it's about a 1 or a 2. Okay, so I can let it sit for quite a while. That's because I peel myself all the time. Who else does? Raise your hand. Estheticians. So I can let this sit for a little while. But what you don't want is it to dry out and then it starts to kind of deactivate, okay? So I'm putting another little layer on in some areas to see if I can kick up the sensation on me. Now I have sensitive skin, but I'm totally acclimated to doing peels. So this is the second layer. Now if you rub a peel in, this cheek area has the most scarring and whatnot. And you can kind of see some of it coming out. Those pinky spots, those are all really old scarring. So don't be surprised if some pink spots or dark spots get brighter or darker when you're peeling. Okay. Whew, now I feel it. So you can do things to kick up the strength during the peel. You don't have to use these really strong peels where there's downtime, there's a high chance of an issue. And like I said, a lot of my mentors and estheticians that I look up to, they do the same thing. They do the peels that have no downtime closer together. That's the key. And then you get the same results, as going with a much deeper treatment with not a lot of side effects. Okay, so I'm going to use cold water. In your treatment, you'd use 4x4s with cold water. And you want to wipe twice, always twice. So if you use the same 4x4s and you have a sink, you'd wash them out really well with cold water. People have asked me if you can let this dry and leave it on. I actually did it last week. I don't recommend doing that on clients that you're not really familiar with, because if they go and they sweat, the peel can reactivate again. So I know what I'm doing if it reactivates during the day, but these peels work really well without leaving them on. You don't have to, because I know that's the protocol with some peels out there. And these peels are really clean. So the reason I made peels was I wasn't happy with the cleanliness of the ingredients. Okay, so I'm gonna wash with cold water. And hopefully I can prevent this age spot from coming out on my forehead. I think I can. I had a bigger one on my cheekbone. It was a couple years ago and it never came out. So when you start to see sun damage come up, do a peel series on your clients. Tell them they gotta do it. Otherwise, those spots will just start appearing and they'll be much harder to get rid of. Okay. Woo. So my skin is going to be a little bit flushed now. My trusty towel here. But my skin will look really good after a peel. Everybody loves that new, shiny, that new skin is really reflective. That's why you get a glow. So this is the time of year to peel. Now, if they're gonna go somewhere where they're gonna be in the sun or something like that, some alternatives that we've used are cupping or nano treatments. The nano treatments work really well. But, peels are one of my favorites. So this is the Ultimate Age Toner. And since I just peeled, I'm not going to put on my triple blemish control. Oh boy. This is the 5% tripeptide and resveratrol. This bottle is almost empty. All of my products are well loved. So it's about pearl size. So you have to be careful after a peel what products you put on, okay? If you put on really active products after a peel, you're going to cause a problem. And even some creams with certain things in it are too active. So in our peel protocols, I have protocols, we have a list of what is compatible and isn't going to cause any issues. So this is the peptide lotion, and that's one thing they can use. If anyone ever has issues with mold, these are natural and organic products. There's really as much organic ingredient as we can get in there. But that means the preservative systems are not quite as strong as some of the chemical, everything's a chemical, but the man-made chemical preservatives. So we go for the healthy stuff, but we get as long of a shelf life as we can. Some of our products have a really long one. So I put a little bit of the mineral defense in here so that there's some sun protection, and then I'm going to put makeup on too. So minerals are going to be hard to get to soak in. So you just, especially after a facial where the skin's all hydrated and full of good ingredients and hydration, the skin's not going to soak up the creams like it does at home. Okay. Now, if the skin is dry, you want to put a little bit of squalane on top of everything, okay? But like I said, if you've got see-through skin like I do, your skin will look a little better after you get your products on because the active ingredients are going to help kind of flesh out the area. Oops, there's a little dot by my nose there. So let me get a little bit of squalane and show you. And in the winter time, it's good to put it right on top. So my squalane is over here. So you just get a few drops. It's really not that much. And I like to quickly pat a little bit everywhere. Okay. So I don't know if anybody can see. I can see a difference in my skin, but I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's see if I bring you over here. So you can kind of see the that new skin. Now you can really see, you see where all my old scarring is? People don't believe me when I tell them I had one stage 3 acne, and people don't believe me. But the evidence is there. It was bad. So I haven't even had a breakout in months, but I just peeled. So it brings out areas where there was old scarring and it starts to heal again. So when it becomes pink again, that's not a bad sign. That actually means it's able to heal even further. So a little pink or a little, let's see if you can see that. I've been obsessed with this little, getting rid of that. I think it's really almost, oh, there you can see it a little bit. See that right here? It's about that big. Yep. Let's see. Maybe that big-ish, like my pinky nail. It's coming out. It's shrinking down though. It was pretty big. So age spots will come up like that, and if you peel right when you start to see just, a little bit of action, then you can get rid of them. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day.